Okay. Well, I was going to talk about a completely different subject today, but then last night, since I got that memory upgrade I needed for my PS5, I decided to open up my brand new physical copy, by the way, of Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, and decided to give it a go. But first, I would like to talk about how I got into this franchise in the first place. It happened way back, like in 2009, when I was on a friend's house. I usually visited my friend on a daily since we live in the same neighborhood. Back in those days, I was so much into playing multiplayer games that I was missing so much on what the industry had to offer when it came to single player games. Um, and one of the many visits I had with him, one day I noticed he was playing a different kind of game. Usually, I would buy some chips and watch him play while I had my snacks and chat about our typical teenage life and even joke around things that happen inside the games. I was a multiplayer junkie and he was more like a single player guy. But that day he just so happened to be playing the game called Assassin's Creed, the first one. I remember I got so hooked into the gameplay and visuals, the aesthetic, and the theme. That when I got back home, I started to look for trailers and more gameplay about it. And in those days, Assassin's Creed 2 was already out, so I looked into for more gameplay online. So I made my decision after watching everything I could, that I was going to buy those games when my next paycheck came around. So when I finally when it finally happened, I went into my nearest GameStop just across the border and bought myself a used copy of AC1 and a brand new of AC2 for the PS3 at the time. I always try to buy new, but unfortunately, getting my hands on a new sealed copy of AC1 just was just not possible at the time, and I didn't knew how to do shopping online to get my hands on a new copy. So I went with whatever the store could offer. Um, Also, AC Revelations was the new game at the time, and I also got Brotherhood and AC Revelations both new. So yeah, I went on a spending spree that day. So I got home, booted on my PS3, and I didn't sleep that day playing through the first game, getting into the story and enjoying every moment I could. I got hooked into the fictional story, historical references, and even got me into checking my books again and the internet back in the day for more info. I love the concept of the assassins and Templars fighting over control to see who could make the world a better place, while both relied on dogma to achieve their goals. They're always on conflict to see which ideology will be the correct one to help humanity grow. The assassins believe in free will is the answer, and the Templars who believe control is the answer. I also found fascinating the idea of the animals, an advanced machine that could read a person's DNA and make them relive their ancestors' memories in the search for antique relics that hold the power to change the world. Um, other thing that I find fascinating about this series is that once the subject is out of the machine, they can absorb their relative skills and use them in the present day. I don't know what kind of ancestry I may have, but it will be cool to find out um, that I came from a awesome lineage of ninja assassins. Maybe I don't know. The only thing I know for sure is that my family comes from Japan, but nothing else. The only ones that speak Japanese are my mother and her sister and my grandparents, but that's it. I grew up speaking Spanish and I can barely speak English, so yeah. I would like to know what kind of ancestry I have and relive things that my ancestors did. So I can get and gain some skills on the side will be beneficial too. Um, so um, I played through the Assassin's Creed series and got to the point where last year, almost by this time of the summer, I started to play AC Black Flag, the original one for the PS4, and I believe it took me like in between 2 to maybe 3 months to finish at my own pace. I enjoyed every moment of it, especially the sailing part. I think they did a phenomenal job with the sailing and the sailing department. Controlling your ship and getting into naval skirmishes felt really good. The boarding of the ship and the pirating part of the game was awesome. I'm not too much into the pirate theme, but this game got me feeling like I was really into the pirate fantasy at times, and I think this is really something good. I think that I played what I paid for. A pirate game with the Assassin's Creed theme on it was, in my opinion, a great one, a great experience. Um, and I know for most this game is considered one of the greatest Assassin's Creed games of that generation. If you need more proof, you just gotta take a look into the remake they did. Now, finally getting into the meat and potatoes of this video. Yesterday, I booted up AC Black Flag Resynced after like a year of playing the original one. I gotta say that if this is the treatment Ubisoft is going to give to their AC games when it comes to doing remasters, I say that what are you doing with AC1 Resync? You gotta hurry, man, or whatever they're going to call it. I can't wait for AC3 remake as well. Heck, do them all. You can have my money, okay? Um, I want to see all of the older games receive the same treatment as AC1. In the moment that I got thrown into the game, I got stunned by the visuals. Even after a year of experiencing the original one on the PS4, I got hooked again in this newer version for the PS5. Not only because of the visuals, but also for the new combat system that makes the game more challenging and engaging than the first one. With the first one, if you got the system in the first couple of fights, it became boring after a while, and to the point that I didn't want to engage in more fighting any further. Well, at least that was my case. Also, I don't know why the hidden blade is not part of the weapons to choose from when it comes to combat. Um, I really think they need to do an update on that and make the hidden blade available. The sailing and even exploring and this newer version is more immersive than the first one. I like the new improved stealth, combat, and naval warfare mechanics added into the game. The updated outfits look fantastic. Sorry, and don't even mention my favorite outfit from the game, the pirate clock. It looks gorgeous, with that menacing skull and bones in the back. That is what, if I incorrect, is what is called the Jolly Rancher symbol used by pirates, real pirates back in the day, to announce their presence and make the crew that was going to get raided that there was not going to be any mercy. And that's quite a scary warning, if you ask me. So, for what I played, I haven't run into any issues, stuttering, bugs, glitches, nor anything in particular that could break my immersion. So far for me, it has been smooth sailing. Did you see what I just did? Okay, it wasn't intended, but okay, I go with that. Um, for me, the game is a great buy if you are planning to get into the Assassin's Creed games, but you don't know where to start. Of course, there's nothing better to start with the first one and follow the chronological order from there. I stopped exactly on Black Flag, and after that, I was planning to go with Rogue, and after that with Unity, as the order of the launch goes. But I stopped to play other games that I forgot to continue the line because it won't matter how good the game can be. There will always like come a point to where the gameplay loop will simply just bore you no matter what how good the game it is. And for me, Black Flag did that. I got bored not because the game is bad. It's because I was playing on a daily that I got burned out on it. All in all, should you get this game as a new player? I say just go for it. Is it a game you can easily enjoy without worrying about the story of the assassins versus Templars? Not too much, because the game gives you those hints on what are you getting into from the start of the game. But if you want to get like a better hang over the overall story, I'd say that no. And it is not a game to start with. You can start with it definitely, and then go back and play the rest of the games, preferably by the first one and then onwards. Okay. Okay, so my name is Jaco, and I hope that I have brought up something useful for you about this game and a good time story on how I got into the Assassin's Creed games. For me, this is one of those franchises that have a place on my heart because of the many good times that brought me with that friend, and it happened to be a good recommendation as always. I do not regret any second I spent on this franchise so far, and I expect to be amazed in the future on the games and that I still need to finish. I have heard mixed reviews, but even so, I want to keep on going and to see where where the story moves going forwards. Maybe it is a good one. Maybe it won't, because for me, this franchise should have ended with AC3 and 4. It's like a good prequel DLC, if I could put it in some way. I hope to see you in the next video, and don't forget to leave your comment down below. How has been your experience so far with this game in the franchise? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.
We have the wind at our back!
I'll sing you a song of the fishing.
Speed, lads!
It's windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys, when the wind blows.
King George's
we're all
jump!
together,
More
boys,
sails,
blow
Captain!
ye wind west,
To larboard,
blow
sir!
ye wind, blow. Jolly sou'wester, boys, steady she goes. Up jumps the ale with a slippery tail, climbs up aloft and reefs the topsail, and it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys, when the wind blows, we're all together, boys, blow ye wind westerly, blow ye wind blow. Jolly sou'wester, boys, steady she goes. And then up jumps the shark with his 9 rows of teeth, saying, you eat the dough, boys, and I'll eat the beef, and it's